What's up, my new friends? So we have all the units from the Kobayashi Dragon Maid Collab now announced. So total of 5 units. So I was actually pretty wrong. Previously I thought we will only get 2 units, which is Toru and Kana, while the other 3 units being featured in the story only. But actually we get all 5 of them, and I guessed correctly what unit will be featured, which is Toru, Kana, Elma, Lukoa, and also Fafnir. So Toru and Kana is a 6 stars, while Elma, Lukoa is a 5 stars, and Fafnir is a 4 stars. Now I find it strange that Fafnir, being a cursed dragon that defends his cave for more than 1,000 years without even sleeping, is actually weaker than a child. And then with Lukoa, was actually a goddess, the strongest dragon out of all 5 of them, weaker than a child. And then we have Elma, weaker than a child. But I guess this just proves that lore doesn't really mean much in terms of star rating. It's all about popularity in terms of collab unit, I guess. Because Kana, it is more popular because, you know, people like slowly, I guess. But let's look at Toru first. So as we all know, Toru is a fire unit, and actually, I don't usually do this because they usually don't release a skill before they release all the other units, but they release the skill, so we're gonna talk about it, okay? Toru is a 6-star fire sniper, and she has pretty good amount of stats, 3.4k attack and very good amount of defense and health, pretty decent. And then active skill Fire Breath, deal 360% damage to 13 tiles in a diamond shape, center on a selected tiles and knock back enemies. So it's a 3 cooldown preemptive strike. My guess is breakthrough 3 will be the preemptive strike, and the maximum breakthrough will be something that modify the chain combo. So the chain combo, nuclear meltdown. At 4 chain is 130% damage 2 times, randomly assigned to enemies within 3 surrounding cluster, and deal 30% splash damage into 4 tiles in a crush shape. When target take more than 2 times damage, the subsequent damage will be half. This is something we already know from Luke and also Sariel. So obviously this is actually not a bad chain combo. I actually quite like this chain combo. The problem with Luke is his active skill doesn't really do that much. So let's look at Toru now. Toru actually has a interesting active skill. Doesn't really do much as well because, well, it's only 360% damage in a diamond shape. But actually, now I think about it, it does actually quite good damage. I don't think people should underestimate these abilities because it does do quite a lot of damage, and you can choose anywhere you want. It's actually quite good. So this ability is especially good on unit that is bigger than 2x2 enemies, which is on 3x3 enemy. This ability can actually hit the boss. Wait, let me count how much is it. Every single tiles of that enemies. This is actually quite big. Because if you think about it, Charon can only hit maximum, but also 3x3, but you have to be on the right position. Toru can attack from anywhere and still hit quite a lot of damage over there. Of course, Charon has this middle row doing more damage, so Charon actually abilities will do more damage, but I guess this has more flexibility of choosing whatever you want. In my opinion, yeah, the active skill is okay. Definitely not weak, but I think in terms of the average side, right? Not like super mind-blowing. And the knockback, I don't really care about the knockback, to be fair. It's whatever, I guess. It's nice. I mean, like compared to Charon, which deal more damage and also knock back enemies and also reset the tiles. I feel like Toru just does a little bit little compared to Charon. I know it's not really a nice comparison because, well, Toru is a sniper and Charon is a detonator, but the ability is definitely not too impressive, I would say. But I think the chain combo is really what makes Toru Toru. Having a range attack, a sniper chain with a splash damage is very reminiscent of Fleur, And you know, initially people really look down on Fleur and think Fleur is like pretty bad already. But once the one cooldown ability comes up, people really like Fleur. And you know, having used Fleur, I actually quite like him. So having more snipers for Fire is actually quite nice. Right now, Fire only have one good sniper. Well, I guess good is a overstatement kind of. Jonah is pretty much the only sniper Fire has. And having one more that can, you know, pretty decently help Fire team doing range attack is quite nice. And this chain combo at 13 chain can do damage 4 times. It's pretty decent. Yeah. So her equipment is probably one of the most confusing to most people because people don't really understand combo that much. So combo is not the amount of tiles you walk on. Combo is actually the amount of normal attack hits you got. And this includes unit that is not only bosses, like surrounding mobs can also generate you combos. And if you are using a mono team, for example, stepping on the red tiles, normal attacking a unit will always give you 5 combo. So just imagine this on a perfect scenario. Let's say there's 3 monsters on a battlefield and you have 4 tiles surrounding all of them, and let's say all of them is a single tile monsters. You hit 4 normal attack for each monster, so that is 20 combos for each monster, so 60 combo in total. That will actually increase total chain combo damage by 60% and then the splash by 30%. So that is like very optimistic amount of combos, right? That is actually quite good because if you look at it, 205% damage 4 times and then 60% splash. That's pretty nice, to be fair. I think this equipment is definitely a pretty unique one. The only other unit that scales the attack based on the numbers of enemy on the field is Paloma, and that is on the active skill, right? This one is, you require a little bit more setup, but you have more potential. Now I just want to bring up a video from El Toronto here. I just want to show you the end result. So you can see, so the video from El Toronto, Ora. So you can see he actually reached 304 total amount of combos in this scenario. Of course, this is pure setup. Most likely you won't have this happen. He also have Koresh, you can double attacks. You also have Button, which can attack diagonally, which will give you more normal attacks. So this is probably the best case scenario where you will get 304 combos. And that is probably something that kind of makes me believe Toru is actually quite good, and most people underestimate her power a little bit, is the potential. The potential is there, although very unrealistic though, I have to say. 300% increased chain combo damage and 150% increased splash damage. Just imagine the power of that. And then attacking 4 times as well. I think Toru will just instantly melt a unit with that many combos. But yeah, very crazy. And obviously because the equipment pretty much completely buffed the chain combo, she works really well with its one yet again. And since this is only increasing the chain combo damage, not the attack, so even though the its one ability is using its one attack, it still benefit. So Toru, again, another unit worked really well with its one, very similar to Novio, because Novio also have really strong chain combo. Toru is pretty decent, but I would not say she is a must-have, but decent, definitely has some use. And we're gonna talk about Toru JNotes. So Toru, name Toru, birthday unknown, age unknown. I think they are 1,000 years old or something, probably something like that. Height is 5'9" and 50 to 65 feet. Like what? That's probably the dragon form. Yeah, it's a big dragon. Likes Kobayashi metabolites. Let's not talk about that. Sesame soy sauce and with radish leaf. Dislike egg without yolks. No, I'm a person that is more on the balance. I like both of them. Let me know what you think though. Do you also dislike egg without yolks? So background, Toru is an extremely evil dragon, which once took on gods alone and almost died as a result. After falling in love with Kobayashi from another world, she chose to become a mate and spend her life with her. When it comes to her love for Kobayashi and her dedication to this feeling, she refused to lose to anyone. This is an interesting part. However, Toru seems dissatisfied with the ingredient here. Here meaning Astra, the Alchemy Stars world, and once told Vice, if you really like someone, you should serve up your tail and feed it to them. I guess Toru thinks Vice is a dragon because Vice has a tail similar to a dragon size. Very interesting. And comments from others, just look at that dress and that thing on her head. If this traveler isn't actually from Lumopolis, maybe she really is a visitor from another world. I thought the horn is dragon horn. Isn't that like something Sharona and Vivian also have? I guess it's a strange horn. And next we're gonna talk about Kana. So Kana is probably the weakest dragon in terms of anime out of all 5 of them, but I guess she's really popular, so she is 5-star. And we don't really need much prediction here since we have the anime as a history to go back. She's definitely a thunder unit, 100%. And because, well, you can see she has thunder particle around her, and in the anime she actually need electricity to gain mana or something. So my guess is she is probably either a thunder converter or a thunder support. I'm more inclined to think she is a thunder converter, maybe some sort of teleport one. First thing first is because newer units we don't have converter for thunder yet, and we don't have converter for support yet other than Bonacia, which is a welfare unit. So you already got Revi, and we got Eve, which is detonators, and we got Luke, which is snipers. So chances are they won't release, well, it's hard to guess, but that's what I will go for. Converters or support, and I'm more inclined toward converters. Maybe, yeah, teleport one. And let's look at JNotes for Kana. Kana, again, age unknown, birthday unknown, but I do know that she is pretty young, even in terms of dragon age. Not too sure what age it is though. So height is 3 feet 11, and the actual dragon form is 33 feet. Likes to eat, very obvious. In the anime, she pretty much eat anything. Likes to eat crepes and ice cream. Dislike bees, they aren't easy to eat. Okay, nice one. So background, like Toru, Kana is also a dragon, but has appearance and personality of a naive and straightforward child. She was disowned by her family due to her incessant mischief. Basically, she pranked others, I think, and has been following Toru ever since. Kana likes to try different kind of food whenever she goes, such as fireflies, rest in peace fireflies, Vice fried jelly, rest in peace Kana, with cream, and the delicious looking rest in peace Maggie. In fact, fried jellyfish with cream now ranks among her favorite dishes. Okay, good job Vice, I guess. Okay, comment from Vice. If Commander Sharon had a daughter, I wonder if she would be this cute. So next we're gonna talk about Elma, which is the 5-star. So Elma looking pretty good. she likes to eat just like Kana, and she is a more of a water attribute dragon even in the anime. Very obvious, she's probably a water unit, and my guess is probably some sort of water sniper or a converter because, well, she fights quite a lot in the anime, so probably more of a combat focused one. But yeah, it's really hard to say. I'm more inclined towards snipers. I don't really have too much hope for this character. But we'll see. So Elma JNotes, again, birthday unknown, age unknown. I wonder why they don't want to tell us the age. Probably because it's anime and they don't really have any other choice. But height is 5 feet 8 and 39 feet in terms of dragon form, I guess. She likes butter bread. It's better to say everything. Yeah, dislike none. Wow, actually the first unit that dislike nothing. And her background, Elma is a dragon who is dedicated to solving the dispute of the world and was once known as the Witch of the Sacred Sea. She is honest and serious, loves delicious food, and can't help herself whenever she sees dessert. She looked like an extremely normal young girl, but the curved dragon horn in the center of her forehead is quite conspicuous. It actually looks a little bit like some kind of bread. After learning that the bar and canteen aboard the Colossus can be enjoyed for free, and that they are always fully stocked with chocolate, Elma immediately agreed to join the Navigator. Very food motivated. So if you guys want to summon for Elma, just prepare a bunch of food before you pull the lever. Maybe she will come. Comments from Vice. Although she say she simply wants to make new friends, I feel as though Elma might have another reason for wanting to be here. Well, obviously for me, right? I'm the Navigator, the one and only in the world. And the next one, we have Lukoa. Thank God they censored that. If you don't know, Lukoa never wear bra. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. And this one is actually quite a hard one because Lukoa actually never fight in the anime. She is the strongest because she actually was a goddess and was responsible in creating the world. Yes, and I think she was betrayed by her sister or something, and then they pretty much banished her to the earth or something. But she is a sweetheart and never really want to fight anyone. And judging off the art, which has a lot of grass, I am very inclined to think she is a forest element, Aurorian. And since we already have Toru as fire, Kana as thunder, and what's that again? Elma as water, very likely. Lukoa is forest, processed by elimination, right? Of course, there's Fafnir yet, which I will talk about. So yeah, I do think Lukoa is forest and probably forest support because she doesn't like to fight. I don't think she will be a sniper or detonators. Probably can be converters because converter is more strategy, not too much on the fighting part. I can totally believe that. Probably forest support or converters. And we already have a lot of teleporters, so maybe not teleport this time. So Toru JNotes, birthday and age unknown again. Height is 6 feet 1 and the dragon form height is unknown. Well, I'll tell you what, she is the biggest dragon in the anime and she hasn't really made an appearance in dragon form yet in the anime, so I guess that's why they make it unknown. But yeah, she's a really big dragon. Let's just keep it at that. Like Shota. Shota is a character in the anime and Shota is her master because there is like a master and servant bond between this character. Again, if you want to know, obviously go and watch the anime. I don't want to talk about it now. And she likes wine, okay? She dislike, never thought about it. I guess she doesn't need to because she's so strong. Lukoa background. Lukoa was once a goddess in ancient times. Although she possessed great powers, she is usually too lazy to use it. She is tall and striking and smart and strong. She takes good care of her friends. And comments from Vice, Lukoa is so tall, I think my head only comes up to her chest. Hey Navigator, quit staring. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is she has different color eyes. So one of the color is green and one of the color is thunder. I mean not thunder, yellow. So I think she is a forest and thunder as a sub element. And then the next one, which is the only 4-star in their banner, Fafnir. So if you don't know, Fafnir is voiced by Daisuke Ono, which is the voice actor for Jotaro in JoJo. Yes, the voice that make us scream. I'm pretty excited for Fafnir, but seeing that he is only 4-star, I don't think he will be too strong, but that doesn't really apply in Alchemy Stars too much, to be fair, because Pasolo is also a 4-star, but she's actually very useful and I use her a lot. So Fafnir is a cursed dragon that defending the treasure for in a cave, and we'll talk about the background later. So since she's a cursed dragon, probably some sort of debuff. That's what I hope it is. Maybe active skill lower the enemy defense or something. And as for her, as for his element, I don't really know. Let's look at some history here. So the new 4-star we gotten recently is Tweety, Hachi and Gin, and also Pasolo. So those are 3 4-star units we gotten for free. And you know, we got on Water, Forest, and Thunder. That means we are going to get Fire this time. And yeah, pretty much believable. I do think he is probably a Fire unit that we get 1 copies for free for logging in the game. Very likely. And he will be probably available in the gacha for getting his dupes. So I do think you still need to summon a little bit, unless you really don't care about the breakthrough. So I'm guessing he is some sort of a fire detonator or sniper that can lower the enemy defense. Will be interesting to see. As for his JNotes, name is Fafnir, birthday and age unknown again. Height is 5 feet 11. The actual height is 65 to 100 feet. Actually the largest dragon so far. Yeah, larger than Toru by quite a lot. And actually, do you know that in terms of their story, Fafnir is actually stronger than Toru if they were to fight. Because Toru has mentioned that she actually never beat Fafnir before. But I guess in terms of popularity, Fafnir is a supporting character. Obviously, she can be 6-star, I guess. He likes stew, instant noodles, dislike habanero peppers. And the background, Fafnir is an old friend of Toru who used to guard a cave full of treasure in another world. Having faced countless greedy adventurers, he has developed a general dislike of most people. Fafnir is the only male among his dragon companions and dressed in a style similar to that of Unbrighton. Although he always tried to blend into the background, he undeniably radiates a tense aura. He has recently been anxious to know when the new game Ground Room mentioned, based on the story of the last Kalasai, will be coming out. Yay! Yeah, I do think he will be good friend with Ground Room because he likes to play games, right? I'm surprised he's not mentioned in the like category. So comments from others. When it comes to welcoming this guy aboard, I don't think conventional methods will be of any use. From Mice, he is a pretty stubborn guy, so you have to win his heart. That's pretty difficult. So that is all the character reviews so far, and probably that is the only character will be revealed. That's why I made this video. When they release their abilities, I'll make another video talking about whether you need to summon or should you summon for them. Obviously you should, right? Because they are limited, most likely. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.